Hello and good morning, everyone. In this video, we're gonna talk about Galbrena and why she's disappointing to me. This video or footage that you're gonna be watching is taken directly just from my live stream. I was gonna do a more professional video talking about it, or somewhat professional video, but I'm not a very professional person when it comes to YouTube. I kind of suck at this thing. But anyways, that being said, I just want to jump straight into it. There will be like a little section in here that I'm just gonna put over like a little PNG or something, so you don't have to worry about looking like the little small cutscene, because the rant happened like while I was in the middle of story. We brought Galbrena up. Let me also apologize too while I'm at it. I do want to say I'm sorry for the way I'm gonna sound throughout the rant. This video is again stripped directly from my live stream, and at the time period that when I started, I was tired and I just got home from work. I played a little bit of Apex with a friend, and after that we switched over for the rest of the night and we played a little bit of the 2.7 story, which is really good, by the way. I highly recommend people go out and go play it if you haven't. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna sound a little nasally, I'm gonna sound a little tired and stuff like that, and I just want to let you guys know ahead of time. Like, I apologize. You'll hear the tiredness in my voice. You'll hear how I'm like struggling to process my thoughts until I start getting amped up, because I'm a raging nerd, man. I get passionate about these things. But anyways, I held you up long enough. Enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below what you think about Galbrena, if you like her, if you don't like her. Am I tripping? I'm not tripping. It might be skill issues on my part, maybe not. And yeah, there'll be more talking about my account in the comment section description below. So
when it does,
like how she's advertised and where she should be at in power, I feel like she should get buffed, like heavily, massively. Like, because in my opinion, Iuno just plays better. I think Carlotta just has a better quality of life in her kid. And that was something I was talking about in my video. Like, I was making a YouTube video this morning before I went to work. But I might just not upload it. I might re-edit it or something like that, or do another re-recording. Essentially, like, my stance on Galbrena is I think that her damage numbers aren't as impressive initially when you look at characters like Iuno, who just released. Like, Iuno can perform even without any character on her team whatsoever, like just straight up solo. Galbrena, it's like, sure, you can say she's good, and if you want to, but she still needs like a Mortifi that's really cracked out kitted. She's not like a hyper carry, and her only option is to just DPS, really. Like, that's it. Another thing about Galbrena is that she can miss damage, where you compare it to characters like Carlotta, who can't miss damage. So it's like, she's supposed to be like this mindless fun character, but she has all of this like high risk gameplay, but I feel like her reward doesn't match the level of risk she has. So she's kind of like a Calcharo in my opinion, right? Like, Calcharo is dope, he's fun and he's cool, but if you're not getting those perfect dodges in, capitalizing on those like windows, those small window frames you have, you're not gonna like really do a whole lot with the guy, right? But I think unlike Galbrena, Calcharo, at least he's easier to coordinate teams with, because go figure, he's been in the game longer, but he has things like Resin Skill. His Echo sets that you can throw Calcharo on actually gives himself damage. Her Echo set doesn't give her any damage other than 16% fusion damage bonus, which you only get if you activate both her heavy attack and her Echo skill, which thankfully you do in a rotation. But it's only a 16% damage boost in fusion, which I think is kind of like ass. Other than that, it's just a 20% crit rate. You compare that to Augusta, you compare that to Iuno, who's getting crit damage and attack percent. You compare that to all the other Echo sets, which gives them like some kind of like attack percent, a bigger boost overall inside their damage bonus. Like, you know what I mean? Carlotta can quick swap though. Yeah, Carlotta got like all those other things. I'm glazing Gion only. And Yuan. Ooh, let me find out Wolfie got their favorites. You like the buff boys. What's up, Karu? No lie though, man. Gion is sexy as fuck. I don't even care, bro. I'm a straight man and I can say that. Gion is sexy as fuck. I like Gion a lot. Chi Yuan, that's a bad dude right there. That's a cold killer right there. I like the way Chi Yuan looking too. He got me want to just drop all my money. I ain't gonna hold you. But don't get me wrong, she has a good set, but my Lumi's hitting harder than GALBRENA should not be allowed. I think so. Like in my video, I was talking about the thing with GALBRENA, right? Like say like GALBRENA's doing like 18k ticks with her ult. It looks low, but say it's like 10 ticks of 18. That's like 180k damage, theoretically speaking, right? And 180k, it's like that doesn't sit well with me because literally with Yuno's toe shot, I'm doing like over 270k before her cons. So it's like if Iuno can do that, 270k with her ult, then you take into consideration that she can buff herself. Then you take into consideration her E skills, which is doing like 60 to like 80, almost 100k depending on how built your echo sets are, right? And then her regular basic attack string animations are doing like, you know, like 30k a tick or some shit like that. That's a lot of damage in her rotation. That's a hella quick rotation before she buffs herself. So I'm like, that's why to me, like GALBRENA is kind of like underwhelming, and I really feel like they should buff this character because Iuno has so much more value than GALBRENA. Because not only can you play Iuno as like a main DPS, you can play Iuno as a sub DPS, or you could just say fuck her damage entirely and play Iuno strictly as a support, and she's just offering you so much more, and she feels like a premium unit. Whereas GALBRENA, to me, it's like you can glaze her all you want and say she's strong, but like I really feel like she isn't like a premium 5-star. She doesn't feel like she's truly a 5-star. Like if she is considered a 5-star, she would be like an early edition of a 5-star unit, and I think it's mainly because again her echo set isn't really giving her any damage. 2, there's no way for her to get echo skill damage amplification off anything else other than her weapon, right? There's no one again that buffs her. And then the whole argument of like, oh well, wait till Chinyuan comes out. I'm not gonna wait for another 5-star unit to sit there and make another character feel premium. I have Lupa. Like in my opinion, these 5-star characters, with how often we get them, if they're going to be a main DPS or anything like that, they should always be functional off rip and feel premium even without any other unit on their team. That's literally my whole thought process. You don't think Chion will buff GALBRENA? I mean, I'm only just throwing it out there because people speculate that he's going to go on a Law of Harmony set. And if he goes on a Law of Harmony set, then he will buff her because he's going to buff all of the echo skill damage and he's going to buff heavy attack. So he buffs 2 things inside her kit that she needs. That's like the whole thing, is that he's gonna, because apparently so I don't know if you care about leaks or anything like that, but according to the leaks, in his kit, he activates 4 echo skills, which him single-handedly being able to do 4 echo skills, and each echo skill, like each one of his attack strings that he does, is considered 4 different echo skills, and they're considered echo skill casts. So with that being said, not only will he be like a Phoebe for Zani, in which in Chi Yuan's rotation, he would fully give her all access to her full like after flames, right? But he would also end up buffing her off the echo set of Law of Harmony, and then his ultimate is supposed to give more crit damage. So that's why he's considered going to be her best in the slot, because the heavy attack amplification, the echo skill damage boost that he's going to give, and the fact that all of his skills are supposed to be considered echo skill rotations. And I think in his inherent skill tree, he also has like another echo skill damage amplification. So it'll be like the first echo skill damage amplifier in a game. Is going to make him like the best in the slot. They didn't add him to gallery. I wanted to go check earlier when I was making my YouTube video. Unfortunately, you can't look at him in a gallery, but what you can do, you can look at, they have him in the Ascension thing where you can check the Ascension tab and see what he needs. And it's like, that's so fucked up, Kuro. You're intentionally gatekeeping this man, but it's whatever. Like, they have it in a thing for you to see what his materials are going to be so you can go pre-farm it, but they won't show you Chi-Yuan actually so you can look at him and look at the talents. So everything we're looking at is still strictly from the leak itself. But so far the leaks have been true. So that's where I stand on everything. So that's why everyone's speculating that he's going to be her best in slot, because he has access to everything she wants. You honestly feel like they nerfed GALBRENA to help sell him? I think so too. But at the same, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case to help sell him. You want to hear bro say Bankai? Because he was between GALBRENA and Chisa. Yeah, and another thing with GALBRENA is just, I don't know, man. Maybe they wanted to play it safe and not make people feel like they need to pull her because of Cheng Li, and people mostly are gonna throw him with like Cheng Li, Lupa, anyways, rant. So you're gonna main DPS him. I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Like I like to make all my characters do damage. But let's click to the next part. But yeah, that's the whole thing with Chi Yuan. I think the rumor was that he was supposed to be you can play him as the main DPS or sub DPS. But apparently, like on my thumbnail, my YouTube thing, it popped up that apparently they nerfed him not too long ago. They nerfed his numbers and they nerfed Galbrena's numbers before they actually did this release. So that's kind of worrying to people who pay attention to the leaks, is that their numbers actually got lowered. And I don't know what that whole thing's about, so we'll see.
But you must have sensed it by now. Your connection with Rina Sita runs deeper than I
don't care for her because she's just another Zani to me. I don't think she's as bad as Zani, though. I'll be honest. I'm just really disappointed with how she's supposed to be. Like, I feel like she should definitely do more damage. But
this is a hunt, yes. But it's
also, it makes me mad that she's a pistol user, but she doesn't have that much range. Like, she really does have to be close quarters. That is kind of weird, too.
Hope against despair. To take Leviathan down, our belief has to be unshakable. If there's doubt in your heart, then stop. A new path won't reveal itself unless you're ready to walk it. For now, the dark tide in Raguna is under control. And I think I figured out what it plans to do next. Before the bells of Paradise ring, I'll buy you time. When you're ready, head to Septimont.
You can't tell me they're not rubbing like baby oil on these characters, bro. Like, why are they so shiny?
Comes, everything, fiction and reality, past and future, will converge there.
Oh my god. Zani can at least run it with Rover to get full damage, though. Galbrena ain't the same. You need a proper team for it. No. I don't think. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like step in. Galbrena is not that bad. Galbrena is not that bad. You can definitely use Galbrena with other teams. The main thing about Galbrena is like, say like right here. So if you look at the bar right there for Galbrena, you see the little underbar, just like Zani. All I do is this, boom. Come here, boom. Already got like half charge. Then I come here, pop mine. And then if we switch back, you look how much that bar is. That's just a regular like rotation with Galbrena. And you already got like a decent enough portion. So it's not that bad. I'm still missing like a little half, but it's not that bad. So you get the Echo skill amp, and then you get the damage. The rest of the damage amp comes from like heavy attack. So like you would use a character like Mortifi, for example, to then all of a sudden like at least buff her ultimate, so her ult does damage. But you would wait till you actually get her enhanced state, which she gets off her basic attack string, which doesn't take long. So it's not that bad. She definitely still gets damage, and I think she would be a lot stronger had they just did her Echo set differently. Like, I'm honestly tempted to just say, fuck all this nonsense. Take her off of this set. This, sorry, not this set. What are you, this? Like, I'm tempted to take her off the Flame Wing Shadow set, because all this is doing for her is literally just giving her 16% fusion damage bonus. That's it, and 20% crit rate. Like, that's literally it. That's all it's doing, right? And a part of me is like, okay, what if I did put her on the other set instead? But I think her skills aren't considered Echo skill casts, right? I think they changed her kit, and that was like one of the things that like pissed the leak off. Was her kit worked differently before, in which these were all supposed to be considered like Echo skill casts, like separate Echo skills. And then they came out with the new set, and now it's like, oh, she's not considered Echo, like an Echo skill caster. Like, it was like she was using all of her, like, her actual chimeras in the fight. And if these are still considered Echo skill casts, I might just slap her on a Law of Harmony set, so she can just buff herself and just say fuck it. Because this set is really dog shit. It's a really bad set, in my opinion. I really do not like this Echo set. It doesn't do any real noticeable damage. You're just getting 20% crit rate and then 16% fusion damage. That's literally it. Nothing else. Like just thinking about it just really frustrates me. Like, What was Kuro Games smoking when they did that? Like, what were you smoking? Why not just, like, at this point, why not just be like this fucking set, right? Where you're just like, hey, just give me like the fucking crit rate off rip. Just get like, oh, you got the full set going on for the Windward Pilgrimage or whatever. Boom, we're just gonna give you like, wait, what the hell's going on in my? Oh, okay, I know what happened. My Gion has my pieces. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Why couldn't it just be like this set? Just off the bat, right? 10% crit rate, 30% arrow damage bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like, why couldn't you just be like 20% crit rate off the bat, right? You hit an enemy, she just gets 20% crit rate off rip. Doesn't matter what else she's doing, because it doesn't make any sense. You're just like, they're just giving a fancy way to say she's keeping 20% crit rate, and it's just such a convoluted, unnecessary fucking stat bonus for her, right? Because all of her attacks are just switching, so you're just pretty much saying she has 100% uptime on 20% crit rate. But they just, it's like they just put an AI chat GPT shit and said, yo, just, we need something to make this set look like it's doing something meaningful. But all is just 20% crit rate and 16% damage. And if you just made it like 20% crit rate, fucking 30% fusion damage bonus, her numbers would probably be slightly better than what they actually are. Honestly, genuinely speaking. But it's honestly dog shit. You mean like, I think another thing they could do too, Wolfie, like, or just chat in general, is like, bro, why not just give us like another Crown of Valor set? I think Crown of Valor is a pretty cracked out set, because it's really crazy for like Augusta and Iuno. But the only thing that sucks about this set realistically is the fact that this set requires you to gain a shield. So you get like, you make an echo set for Galbrena that doesn't require you to gain a shield, and say like, yo, whenever you cast like an echo skill or something like that, you get crit rate, or not crit rate, like crit damage and attack percent. Boom, bro, I promise you, she would be so good. She would be so much better. Can't you use a set with other resonators only for the crit rate? Like, what do you mean, Wolfie? Does the game crash when she leaves during prep phase and rejoins? No. The game does not crash when she does that. But like, again, I don't think she's dog. I think here's what I think. This is my honest opinion. I think if Kuro Games in the future makes a different echo set, right? A different echo set that comes out. Because say like, you know how there's rumors that she's supposed to be like another echo skill damage user, and she's also supposed to be Havoc main. Say hypothetically speaking, they keep doing this 3-piece setup shit they're doing right now, right? And they come out with another echo set that drops. And a new echo set that drops has nothing to do with Havoc damage. It's just echo skill damage, right? Do this, get echo skill damage, maybe heavy attack, whatever the case may be. They do that. Boom, I'll farm that set instead. Throw it on. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Throw that on, and I guarantee this character will skyrocket up in damage. And then after, we just call it a day. But it's like they kind of half-assed this character's kit. Like, they wanted to just rush her out. Or maybe they're like, you know what? We're going to kind of nerf her for now. We're going to intentionally nerf her for now. Because then we're going to have to make another set. And it's probably best for us to just, like, not have people pre-farm and holding on to the set until, like, later on when Cheese is about to drop. I don't know. I'm making copium shit up. Because, like, I genuinely don't know what Kuro is smoking. Because Kuro's never made characters this lazy before. We just came off from making 2 solid units like Iuno and Augusta. Like, these characters are actually pretty solid. And I was fearful that Iuno was going to be a niche unit. But Iuno is actually crazy as fuck. And my favorite thing about Augusta and Iuno is not only did, like, if you had, like, other weapons, you were good to get them up and running. But also, it's like, they don't need anyone. They are actually premium 5-star units. Like, they feel like they're worth your money and investment. They feel so good. Nothing about them feels crazy niche, right? And if they are, and if there's something niche about their kit, they excel in that. Whereas like Galbrena doesn't excel inside her kit, inside her niche. And then the story hypes her up to be this crazy main DPS, just like the story hyped up Lupa to be this crazy fucking warrior. And then she's like 1v3 in teams, and she's always held back by her team, that she learns how to fight efficiently by herself, to where all of a sudden she comes out and the bitch is like, oh, I'm gonna be a support. My warrior, I wanna be a support. I'm gonna strip people so you can go do damage and have fun. Like, no, I wanna use Lupa. I wanna hear her giggle while she's ripping people to shreds. But she doesn't do that. And it makes me so mad because she's one of my favorite characters. She's one of my favorite freaking characters, guys. And they pulled a day on her ass. Do you know who Dia is? If you know who Dia is, good for you. It makes me so mad. The only thing you can do with this update is feed on copium. Can't be used. Flame wings, yada yada yada. Echo skill set can't be used on Loop or Chingli. I guess, honestly, I guess you could do that. I guess you could use on Lupa or Chingli for the crit rate if you really wanted to, but yeah, I guess that would make sense. You could technically do that, yeah, if you really wanted to. Maybe, I don't know. You just got her feet out, but Yuno's toes does more damage than Galbrena's pistols. Make that shit make sense. Literally, her toe beans does more damage than a fucking sawed-off shotgun, bro. A revolver. Can we talk about how weak these things are and how these things don't got no fucking range on them? Like, what kind of guns are you using? Why do you even have them? These bitches got no velocity. God damn, she's fucking hot. And it pisses me off looking at how sexy she is. Because, like, you're so hot, but you're so ass. Like, she's hot as fuck, but she's ass. And you got people wanking her. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a raging fanboy who expected more. And because she didn't meet my expectations, I'm upset. Like, can she clear content? Sure, if you want to cope. Like, niggas like Cal Charles can clear content too. But you don't see me sucking his dick. I'm just saying, he can clear content too. But people will still sit there and tell you he's dog shit. I'm just saying, bro. like, use her weapon on chicks, it's actually crazier. I'm just saying. Don't talk bad about my calculator. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not saying Cal Charles dog shit. But, like, let's be real. Let's be genuine. If you look at a character like Cal Charles, what does the genuine community consensus say? People will tell you Cal Charles is bad. They'll be like, yo, Cal Charles sucks ass. Don't use this guy. Unless you're like a crazy hyper sweat, don't use Cal Charles. But then you'll see people right now are saying Galbrena's great. And it's like, I feel like she's just like Cal Charles in a sense. She can miss out on damage, bro. And if you're not doing all the crazy quick swapping and all that shit like that to make sure you can actually keep her damage up times, or not quick swapping, but animation cancels, so you don't get hit, because obviously most enemies aren't going to let you like get off her attack strings. They're going to try to interrupt you. And you don't have, guess what? You got to get her S1, buddy. If you want to be immune to interruption, you got to get her S1. You know who doesn't need an S1 to not be immune to get her damage off? Carlotta. You know when she came out? Fucking 2.0. Like, she's an early character. This is a gun user that can, imagine if Carlotta couldn't upkeep her damage. Imagine if Carlotta's kit, her heavy attack can be interrupted. Her E skill can be interrupted. Her ultimate can be interrupted. Like, imagine if she had any form of interruption inside her kit. You know how bad people would say, yo, this character sucks? You know what was the big selling point about Carlotta? It was the fact that she can get all of her damage as a gun user. Here comes a gun user that doesn't have the range.
Who gets the bullet?
Can be interrupted and already lacks damage if you're not maximizing anything. And then on top of that, the only person who can buffer if you're a free to play is going to be your Mortefi. And then the Mortefi buff is only a portion of her kit, not even the whole entirety of her kit. So she's still missing out on a massive boost to her damage because there's no other way to get echo scale damage amplification. Her echo set isn't even giving her damage amplification. It's just giving her 16% fusion. Do you understand why I'm upset about this character? Ah, my voice is cracking. Oh, God, dude. It's so frustrating. All right, I'm sorry. Let me calm down real quick. Let me sip some water. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got a little heated there for a second. Apologies. I'm calming down. It's coming down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's toning down. I feel like eat ice cream. I wish I had some ice cream right now, bro. Cause like I need a hug, man. I need something, bro. Chocolate chips. There's one meme good for you right now. Daddy, chill. Dude, I could use it. I'm so sorry, man. Like, oh, dude. My inner nerd was coming out so hard. I started getting high pitch and squeaky and shit. I'm just a raging fanboy. Like, I really, really, really want to love GALBRENA. Like, I want to join the GALBRENA hype and be a part of that bandwagon. That's like, yo, this character's great. Guys, if you pull for GALBRENA, she's 100% going to elevate your account. Guys, like, I'm not going to tell someone not to pull for the character. Like, in my opinion, if you like a unit, pull for them. Always pull for the unit that you personally want. I don't think she's going to, like, I definitely think there's better options out there, but I'm not going to be like, yo, don't pull for her. I'm just personally disappointed by her because it's like, Kuro, why do we keep doing this dog shit thing where you know that characters who get interrupted, like this shit pisses me off. Stop locking quality of life things behind cons. That shouldn't be, like, all cons should just be like a premium version of an upgrade, right? Or a way to play a character differently, right? That's all a con should be. It shouldn't be anything like quality of life improvements. Because that just that's like intentionally making a character broken on purpose. Like, you intentionally make this character jank. You went and play tested this character like, okay, this character's good, but how do we make them shit on purpose so we can get people to spend money? Like, that's what that feels like. Because you have this amazing ass character, Carlotta, who's like the only pistol user in the game that people that don't like pistol users can all agree that they like. They enjoy Carlotta at the very least because she guarantees all of her damage. No interruptions happen. Right? And then on top of that, oh damn, the cheekies are out. Let me hide those cheekies. That's kind of distracting, right? And she doesn't need like Jeja. But if you have a character like Jeja on the team, you're only boosting this character further and it's nice, right? But you don't need Jeja. Carlotta will just do damage even without Jeja. That's why I like Carlotta a lot. She feels like a 5-star premium unit. She feels worth your time, worth your money, worth your pulls, whatever, worth your saving. Like, she feels good. This shit doesn't feel good. It's fun, but doesn't feel good.
That's your
Fun,
call.
not good. There's a difference. Respect to the people who skipped everyone waiting for Chisa. And bro, I promise you, I did a whole my YouTube video I was gonna upload initially talking about it. I did a whole fucking rant to where I had to like cut the segment out, and that's why I didn't upload it. Where I was talking about, I swear to God, if Chisa comes out dog shit, if they do any fuck shit to Chisa when she drops, bro, I promise you, I'm probably gonna drop this game. Like, I'm gonna, like, there's like a 70% chance I drop this game. Or I stop spending money on this game. I stop collecting characters. I might slowly play. I might come back here and there. I'm taking a fat break. Something. Like, I will be, if Chisa's dog shit, and if I need, like, all this crazy shit to make Chisa work, and if they nerf her, like, I promise you, I will no longer have respect for Kuro games because they're already on, like, I'm not gonna say thin ice. You're on thin ice, buddy. But like, they're already on my, like, not my happy list right now, right? They're on my like skeptical, I'm watching you, right, list. Like you're on some Hoyo Games type shit right now, right? They're on that list right now. That spectrum, that Ubisoft spectrum of like, bro, what's going on here? Correct this. And if Chisa comes out and she's not fucking peak, if she doesn't wow my world like Cardathea, if she doesn't wow my world like Genshi, when Genshi came out and Genshi was just Shorty Bae and she was dominating my content and I was sitting there like, bro, when Genshi dropped, I didn't give a fuck about any of these characters, bro. I was just pulling them for the love of the game. I was building them for the love of the game. But it was like, yo, you ain't my Shorty Bae, you ain't Genshi. That better be my Chisa. Chisa better come out and just dominate, and every character that comes out after, like, yeah, you guys are good, and I can look at you like, yeah, you're good characters, but you're not Genshi, you're not Chisa, you're not Cartithia, you're not Frolova, right? These units right here, those are bae-ass units, all right? I am happy to say I have these units on my account. My rant's over in video game. I think one of her guns is a revolver, but one is sawed off. I'm sure the revolver is a stub nose and will also cause it to power because the powder is burning completely for the appropriate muzzle velocity. Are you fucking nerd? I didn't ask you for lingual. Like look here, STJ. I'm playing a video game with people who got fucking superpowers. We're talking about gods over here. We got people controlling time and space and demons and shit. You think I give a fuck about the actual technical usage of their gun? Hell no, use your fucking devil powers to shoot that bullet further. Miss me with that bullshit. Use your mystical powers. Like, you got this bitch shooting bullets across the fucking earth to hit someone. Like, if you can do that, bro, like, do it in the actual combat. Don't do it in the cutscene. Do it in the actual combat. If I see someone 6 feet in front of me, your bullet should hit, like, travel across the earth to hit that target. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's a shoddy Bugatti. You missed it earlier, though. Her guns shoot the bullets with the casing still on. I don't think God's gonna use guns, to be honest. But she does. Oh my god, look how sexy her animations are. Okay, look how amazing this character looks, right? Ooh, breakdance. Bang, bam, boom, bam, pow. What? Ooh, look at that. Ooh. You like that shit? You like that? Look at this. Bing, bang, boom. And look, she could do all this crazy shit. Look at all this crazy shit she's doing right now. Like, who else does that? But then you see the numbers, you're like, man, it looked hot. It looks sexy, but it didn't feel sexy. It looks sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bang, bing, bang, boom, boom, bop, boop, boop, pow. Like, look at that. Like, that's crazy. Then I come over here and I'm like, oh, what's up? Make it rain on them hoes. You know what I'm saying? And then she comes down with the like, look at that. Oh my god. And then you do this. Enter Hell's Gate. Bam. Where'd my shot just go, bro? Like, what was that? It just disappeared.